Enjoy some music as we get set to bring on our guests. Very important discussion we have today. You know, for many times and many programs we have spoken about reviving, theater in Dominica. Some people are determined to make this happen, and they continue to do that in a big way. We have to shout out people like Anita Booley, Severin Mackenzie, Gloria Septra Augustus, and so many others. Like who is that? A big thumbs up, Nigel. Of course, you were very much involved, and you still are to some extent in theater, in theatrical productions, and I'm sure that you are happy that we have these guests on today.
Oh, I'm very, very, very happy. It's good to reconnect and to talk about something that's dear to my heart, something that I've spent all the years doing and continue to do. So I'm very happy for this discussion this morning, and to look forward to this play that's coming up, and to talk about theater and so much more as it relates to the arts. So happy to connect with them, man, this morning. It's going to be a wonderful one as always. Nice to connect again. Hey, Sandra Norris says, did she come to see you?
No.
Okay.
No.
So Sandra, good morning to you. If you're still up, I'm not sure, but good morning to you. She says there's no way she's leaving without coming to see you. She's going to come to DBS. She has something for you.
Oui, Papa.
I had something for you in the grip, but the grip took a little while to come. So
well, I collected a lot to you already. I score with Nigel. But CCD making me score big with Nigel. No, man.
Hello, I am here. So all what you is to bring in the studio for her, or meet her somewhere and give her. I am here now. So okay.
Yes.
I'll give you my list. I need some Gwen Pear. I haven't had that for a while.
But Nigel, but talking about that, we should have something here.
Yes,
breakfast or something.
Yes, but nobody brought breakfast for me this morning. I'm coming straight from the festival, Windsor Park Stadium, to here. And
what's a little show, Joe?
Nothing.
Yes, Papa. Yeah. Okay, so let's go with the program today. As I said, it's a big day for us. And we are happy, of course, that we can join with you. And we decided to do this. We said, no way, the action is not going to stop connecting the dots. Unless it really have to, like a market day for difference in rules or something like that, But we are going ahead with the program. I see royalty in Studio 2 as well. Lovely callers, Delia Coffee, Wicks wearing. Nigel, where's Melissa, by the way? Where's Melissa? In Jamaica, what is happening? Have you followed?
Last time I followed, yes.
Oh, yes, sir. Nigel, why you looking well side there?
I was in the festival. I was in the festival, so I didn't follow the news. But wherever Hurricane Melissa is, leave people alone. Okay?
Yeah,
I mean, the last week before hurricane season is over, and now you want to come through. Come on, man.
I'm feeling very, very hot.
Yeah, who does that, right?
Okay, let's do our Dominica corner, and we go straight to our guests. My turn, man.
But yes, what is your turn?
Always my turn. Okay, we're going back with theater. Name four groups, theater groups. So of course it's back. We have to go.
You have to go back, all the way back.
Yes.
Well, obviously you must study first. You must study People's Action Theatre. That's always going to be the first one. PAT. That's original. And then you have New Dimensions Theatre. With Steve Hyacinth and stuff like that. Well, over the last 10, 15 years or whatever, you had Lacudia's Act that, of course, came up on the scene, so it's more recent.
Nigel, keep talking.
Yes, it's okay. That's more recent, that came on the scene. Let's see. Prior to that, you had, theater groups like Aquarian Expressions, that was way back there. You had the New Artist Movements. You had, that's like, 5 already? You want 4? I gave you about 5. And there were others, of course, in the different communities that, sprung up in the different communities as well. So that also was, some of the theater groups that were here. And I'm pretty sure when we get into the discussion, we'll be talking about how those groups have sort of, almost diminished. And we find ourselves in a situation where we probably need to revive. And I'm sure when we have that discussion, we'll be talking about the revival. But I gave you 6.
You gave me 6?
Yes, I gave you 6.
All right, 6,
so that's enough.
Okay, that's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Okay, name 4 directors as well.
4 directors as well. Since I started with PAT, then obviously I started with All in Bully. And, we've had so many others that have come through, man. I'm going to say Severin McKenzie because he's supposed to be on. I don't know where he is. Severin McKenzie, where are you? I was in the festival and I came right here from the festivals. We've had others like Curtis Clarendon. I'm going to call those that, currently involved in stuff. I'm going to leave out myself.
Nigel Francis.
We've had others. I mean, even Gloria Augustus has dabbled a bit in there as well in terms of directing. We've had people like Clement Baba Richards, back then, so that's what. I gave you 6 again. 6 is the lucky number today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Theatre was very much alive.
I think
I'm
not calling your name. I'm not calling your name, Dillian.
I think Anita is saying something.
Don't forget Michael Bruni.
Michael Bruni.
Well, I mean, like we said, it's 6. But if we start counting now, we're going to be in trouble. Yes, Michael Bruni, Alex Bruno. Who else? There's so many others that we can call,
Steve Hyacinth.
Of course, Steve Hyacinth already, yes. So there are many others. Yes, definitely.
And even
so.
at the school level, I think Leandra Landa is doing,
definitely, she does something here and there. So that is,
The gentleman who was working by Flow, what's his name? He had this theatre group in the church. He did several plays.
In the church?
Church.
No, he's in the States now. He's at Flow. I forgot his name.
Okay.
I mean, we've had others. We've had people like Minchi Israel, I mean, at one point, that came through as well.
And as Septra said, the church too, a lot of the churches, they put on plays.
Oh, yes.
And the schools. We
mentioned the school. Yes, I said Leandro Land and the schools.
Yeah, I mean, with the National Schools Arts Festival, we have quite a few teachers who are doing their thing.
You get Andrew Saint-Hilaire would have played a part in this as well. Quite a few teachers, and so that's good. But we have to keep it going. We have to do so much more, and that's what we're going to talk about. Quickly, Nigel, anybody in the book? Let's just bring another guest before
I even forget I have to check the book.
Let us see what's happening in the book before we bring another guest.
My fault.
We tuned him and Nigel.
I in studio today, and they have me. That's what 14 hours.
You're right in front of me, there.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You're watching my Cocos there.
You're right in your Cocos.
What?
Let's see if we can get onto the book,
and then
let's see if we can get onto the book, and then we bring on the guests. Okay, so book, here we go. If I log into the book, okay, then DB is going to come up here.
Yeah, you forget what to do.
I forget what to do because I'm
in
a different studio now. That's the problem. All right, here we go. DBS. Okay, perfect. Let's see who's on the book.
Anybody on there? Everybody sleeping or what?
No, man. Everybody can be sleeping. They're not supposed to be sleeping. We'll give them a detention if they're sleeping. No sleeping for you until connecting the dots is over. Can't sleep. Can't sleep. Okay, for some reason, I don't know. Dean is not coming up.
Nigel 2D, man.
No, for some reason, I don't know, the DBS not coming up on the Facebook
serious,
thing. I don't understand that, what's going on.
You serious? Let me see what is happening there.
Let me see if it's my phone or if it's...
Okay, but I'm seeing it.
You seeing it?
But we're kind of matching, man. In terms of our colors.
Yes.
But it's a good thing I got and change, man, so it can match. What I had on
what you had on?
Oh yes, black and mustard.
Black and brown, mustard and black.
Okay, so let's bring on our guests and all of those on with us. We are very happy that you are here with us. Of course, no one then will touch you, will tag you, will call you, will read out your comments. We are so happy. So Nigel, welcome our guests.
Oh, I mean, it is definitely a pleasure to welcome them. I mean, I don't know if I should start. Is that no internet connection? They call DBS, like they call DBS internet.
Well, I'm on. I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing everything.
But it's good to have them. Welcome to another Connecting the Dots program. It's a pleasure to have you guys. As you know, we try to do this every Saturday. We've been doing this for the last 5 years, or just about 5 years. So, welcome to DBS. Welcome to the studios of DBS. I know you're no strangers to that. So, from the left, we have, of course, Delia Coffee Wicks. Well, from my left here, Delia Coffee Wicks. We have Anita Bully. I think she's in the middle. From what I cannot
but you
see.
Skip somebody, man,
no, who I skipped now?
You jumped from Delia to Anita.
No, because he was late. He was late.
Okay, you write a play on you. It's all right.
That's why I say that. So, and then of course we have Anita Bully, and then to the right, far right, we have Gloria Septra Augustus, and then I left the gentleman for last, Severin McKenzie. He went to SMA.
I hope not.
Maybe that's because if he's SMA, he won't be late.
Severin McKenzie, you went to what school?
No, man.
Damn good school.
Hey! I in trouble today.
You know what I mean? The acronym.
DGS.
I am in trouble today.
Yes.
Yes, I am in trouble. But good morning to you.
Put this mic on.
Yes, everybody's
on,
my
he's
guest.
on.
He's on.
Yes, so good morning to all of you guys. It's a pleasure to have you here. I know we're going to be talking about the upcoming production, but more than that, we're going to be talking about theater and the arts and what's been going on. So, Delia Coffee Wicks, good morning, welcome. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm
But
doing
just
well.
now, no, I'm not seeing them on
You're
the
not seeing them?
on the live.
Oh, okay.
Dean,
Dean, come back.
I'm not seeing them on the live.
Dean, come back. Didn't say you go down sleep.
I can see us, but I'm not seeing them on the live. So let me see if I can.
All right, we call him Dean. Dean,
Yes,
you can't sleep
please
yet.
ensure that they're on the live
Yes, it's too early to go and sleep, Dean. You're just like me. We have to stay up until the program is over.
because we need a little part in strip, you know. We want to see Gloria do something for us, you know.
Yes, so Dean, come.
Yes, and when Delia comes with that Dean, check us nicely.
Yes.
All right.
Dean, it tell me put in DBS password for the internet. Come, Dean.
Nigel, keep talking. Yeah.
Yes, okay, so you're trying to get everything organized to make sure we can see them, we can hear them, but we want to see you guys as well. Because there's no way we cannot see Delia Coffee Wicks when she's dressed like that. For the Independence season that's coming up, so we have to see you, you know. But in the meantime, they tell me keep talking. I've been talking like for the last 14 hours. But I'll keep talking. Those of you who were at the festival, we appreciated you being there. Of course, night 2 comes up, but that's not what we're going to be discussing. One of the things that came up at the festival, though, when you know with Sobers Esprit and Daryl Bob and myself, we were talking about the fact that you know, music needs to be. It didn't look me too when you finish. Set me up. Music needs to be in the schools because we were talking about the fact that they had these 2 young people, I think from France or Martinique, who were playing with Chubby. Midnight Groovers. They were 12 and 13, playing the sax and the trumpets, and they were sounding so good. So we had the discussion about music being in the schools and what we need to encourage and continue to have, not just music but the arts, and you know, develop it to a certain extent. So that's the discussion that we were having at that time. Once we can get to see them, you know, we can continue the discussion with them. Dean is working on that as well. And I think, you know, that in a sense tells us, as it relates to the whole arts in the schools and what needs to be done. I'm not sure if there's any drama still. I know back then when I was at grammar school, we did, you know, was teaching drama then. And I know, you know, other schools had some, you know, theater.
Some
I'm not
schools are
sure
doing
what has
theatre
happened
arts.
now. You know, whether
I'm
it's...
getting a comment there. Somebody
I said
said
some schools are doing theatre arts.
yes, yes.
Grande for sure.
Yes.
Pierre Charles Secondary for sure.
Yes. Convent used to as well because my daughter did it at CXC level. You know, a few years ago.
But
Good.
they're very,
I'm not sure if they kept it up though.
Secondary is doing yes, good.
and how you decided to restage or this particular play that was done earlier on. It's impossible. Okay, no audio. Oh, listen, we're fixing the audio. So, I know, I mean, Anita, you kind of mentioned that, in a sense, Strick is, although it was done back in the 70s, there still seem to be things that are applicable right now. So just for those who may not know, just like a general idea of, what the storyline is about.
Pardon? The general. I thought you were speaking to Anita.
No, well, let the director do that now.
Yes.
All right. Well, Strick. First of all, in terms of the art form, Strick is a combination of drama and dance and poetry and drumming, whatever. Everything that all the various art forms, the performing art forms. It's a combination, And if you see when you come to Strick and I think some people that I meet now, when you mention Strick to them, then they immediately remember the character of Stings, which came up with, I'm a Rasta man, a faster man, a daster man, a dace man, a Rasta man, and also Ellsworth Carter played a major role also as Albert, who was also a poet, and it's the monster, which so you had you had this poetry you have poetry in Strick, but most importantly you have two major characters. This is Jan, who is a bank worker. She worked at the bank, and Ken, who knew what he was about, but caught up in the because it was the time when the Black Power movement was at its peak in Dominica, with the movement for New Dominica, and also the emergence of the the introduction of the Rastafari movement and the Dreads. So you had these conflicts, and so you had a number of things happening. You had the situation in Grand Bay, with the Geneva estate. So they're quite, when you put the story together of Ken and Jan as lovers and setting up a family with their baby and those type of things, with the relationship with their mother, Mrs. DeBeek, who is played by my beloved sister here. And so we have quite a number of parts in Strick which are so applicable. But there is one thing that actually always strikes me, was how Alwyn got a line in Strick that in 1975, as soon as the actor made mention of it, it clicked. There was a man who committed suicide, and in his suicide note he left a note. The message he left was, "Too much worries for one man." And Alwyn was able to just put this line in the play, and it just touched. As soon as this line came out, the audience knew exactly what he was talking about, and he didn't have to say much. And this is the genius of Alwyn in terms of writing. He was very subtle. He would put in certain things, and it would just mesh. So when you come to see Strick, you're going to see a complete performance of dance, drama, poetry, drumming, and song.
And also it's a historical piece because it gives the audience a slice of Dominican life in the mid-1970s. Okay? It's set against the backdrop of social, political, and cultural upheaval following the rise of both the Black Power and the Rastafarian movement in the 1970s, and also faces the challenges of youth during that period. So you really get, and for the young people who don't read much about their history, it is important that they see the play. So parents, please take your children to see what it was like in the 70s.
Okay, it's not PG anything.
It's not, it's for the public. It's children can come and see it. give them a slice of what life was in the 70s instead of being on their phones looking at all the American stars. Okay, they know more about the American stars than they do their people in Dominica or the stories of Dominica.
I also want to mention that in the play, they talk about guns. We talk about overseas Dominicans and who's stealing, Chinese and karate. You know, about serving God, potholes, islands and the islands around that time will get independence, about the islands and independence, about Dominicans leaving Dominica, about police brutality, the Arawak curse, ministers and so on, you know, Mills and Boons, what was happening at that time. So there are lots of topics that we can identify with. In fact, there's a line that says, election coming soon, we. And every time they say that, Mr. Mackenzie is saying, please know it was written in 1975. Yes, election coming soon, the way things are in Dominica, you know, that is what we hear in there. But I don't know why he keeps saying that. And that's the thing with Albin's plays, you know.
Yes.
A lot of things that you hear,
yes.
You wonder.
Because even as you say that,
in Nightbox.
Right, Nightbox,
Yes.
yes. And DBS was in it as well, you
Yes,
know.
a
Because
lot of
DBS was the only
things.
radio station in Dominica at that
Right.
time.
A lot of
And
things.
you know, one of the interesting things is that because of the nature of the play, it is a very good avenue to begin conversations. Parents who haven't spoken to their children about what life was like before get the opportunity to go down memory lane, to identify all of the good things, some of which we have lost, some of which we can reclaim.
Yes.
And really help your children to understand who you are because of your life experiences. And so when they understand all of the forces that impacted you, then they may better understand why you are the way you are, why you harp about certain things, why you're constantly being cautious, or why you have reached a point where you cast caution to the wind and you decide, well, okay, this is my time, I'm living my life now because I've gone through enough.
No, streak, of course, is like a long line or a thin line or a mark or something like that, or a period of continued success. What?
It's also taking off your all the hidden things and just going for
Okay.
the truth.
So
and
that's where I was
exposing
going.
yourself.
I wanted to tie in, yes,
Yes.
streak with, interesting.
Yeah.
Can I just read for you what he
Sure.
said trick is?
And say it like you were reading it in the play.
Yeah,
huh?
man.
All right.
Okay, so they say, every day hundreds of people stricken by the river in Dominica and nobody has anything to say. Nowadays we have pool party, we not go by river, right? But it's not that kind of stricken we want, taking off your clothes and all that. What we need is a mental streak for people to take off all their masks and pretensions and to look at themselves truthfully and openly for the first time, so that they can see all the lies and the mistakes and the crimes that they commit every day, while they choose a few individuals to carry the blame and pay for it. It's that kind of stricken we need. What is wrong with Dominica is not the doings of one man or one group of men or one group of young people. It is the sum total of the way of living and attitude of every man jack in Dominica. And it's time people stop looking for witches to burn and look at themselves naked for the first time.
I love this.
Because we know strict means taking off
Yes,
your
yes,
clothes.
yes.
Yeah.
So this is what Sir Alwyn
Unmasking.
explained why he used the word shriek in that.
That's what I was
You
looking
know?
for.
And as we in the whole gun amnesty, a nice line. And I'm sure the government would endorse that. So there's a gun business there, and a man say, you think I'm going to need that, man? Them things only bring in trouble, man. If I have one, then you'll feel you must have one too. And then he, and after a while, everybody will have one. And then the nonsense does start. So that's why we need to take out the guns. So all those things are
I like
there,
this.
you know?
The nonsense does that.
Yes.
Delia Coffee Mix, I want you to give us a line, you know, and with all your gam and all your movement and your money ma from that play.
I pregnant.
Papa, bon Dieu. I say, Maui Joseph, why you didn't tell me that sooner? You tell him yet? Hélas, what you going to do?
Mommy.
Hey, Mackenzie, you're pregnant. Yeah?
Hey, well, look sorry. Mackenzie, I want a line from you too.
You want the line?
I want a line from you too.
But I suspect Mackenzie's line is going to be like as the director.
The
you know?
managing director.
Why should I have signed up for that? I should have signed up for that.
Yeah,
The
you
next play called me.
You should, because
Yes.
basically, well, we didn't say, it's the 50th anniversary, right? That's 1975.
Yes, 50
And what actually happened with Alwyn is that for the next 5 years, we are going to celebrate the 50th anniversary of different plays. So, for example, next year it will be the 50th anniversary of Ruler. And I'm hoping that we can get the cast and put it together. But the one I'm looking forward to is the 50th anniversary of P.O.P.O., which is the commemorative play Alwyn prepared for
Independent.
Dominica's independence, which is in 2028. So I'm looking forward to this one, Anita.
I'm not looking forward to it.
But
Because maybe Anita,
But
maybe
to do
Anita
this
has
right-
reasons not to look
This-
forward to it.
we
though,
need
yeah.
This one-
people, we need
because,
people.
this one was, I mean,
But it's probably going to be therapeutic for you as well.
No,
Anita.
no.
Yeah.
P.O.P.O. was, I mean, a spectacular. I mean, Jesus, you know, the type of, what I mean, we're speaking strict, but I just wanted to throw this one in there.
Hello,
Right.
for this one we need location.
No
And
how else
we
to
also
do it.
need to have people.
We
So that's why we
need
need to
a
continue
space.
theatre so people can be attracted and come in and we can revive the thing. Because we had a lot of challenges to get people to act. Everybody you ask, very busy, cannot commit. And we
Yeah.
need, I mean, it has been a challenge to get actors. And we know we have actors, we've seen them,
Yes.
right? So what we need to do, is to provide the avenue where we can have more plays so more people can be inspired, more people can realize I can do that. And we have our own Netflix and our own what do you call it, African movies and all them things there because we
It
have
will
the
be
talent.
Dollywood.
But the
Dollywood.
other,
Hollywood, not
the
Bollywood,
other
Hollywood.
50th anniversary that I also have in mind is
Seven.
Green Gold.
Oh, well,
You
we
know?
can't find all the scripts though. So
Which
if
was-
anybody has scripts of Green Gold, please get them to me.
You know, because I think this is the play that all Dominicans can actually associate themselves with because it was on radio.
We had Secrets of Lacoste.
And Secrets of that.
And you know that this was the one I think had the greatest impact when it was done during the Easter, remember?
Yes, yeah.
It was on during the Easter season, you know, the Lenten season. And persons would go to church with their transistor radios and at 7:15 would go outside the church.
Yes. Which play was that again? Because I know
Radio
Nigel.
se- radio
Gold,
serial.
it was
Oh,
a
yes,
radio
yes.
serial.
Nigel and I
Yes.
spoke about this on a program. Nigel, remember?
yes,
Gobe
yes.
and Green
And,
Gold.
yes.
Green Gold.
Yes,
Especially around retreat time. I know the ladies would
And
go
this
outside.
was the time Gobe was there.
And this is Gobe sitting right there. So,
Oh, yes, Severin Mackenzie.
but I mean, Delia, I also wanted to ask you in terms of preparing for the character and so on that you're doing. I mean, I'm not sure if you saw the original Streak.
No.
So
I was
you,
born already.
you were
but
born
I
already,
wasn't
but you
living
didn't
in
say
the
it.
country.
So what did you, in terms of, leaning upon others or leaning upon, own experiences and so on, how did you go about preparing
Yes.
for this particular
Apart from that
character?
natural ability that you have.
Well, for me, anytime I am in a production, I try to build a backstory for the character that I am playing. So I read through the script and I collect little bits of information. But quite apart from what is very obvious in the script, I also build a persona for that character. And I do a little research, maybe speak to people who might have been around that age during that time period to really cement the whole person that I am portraying. And then I also look at the interactions with the other cast members. So I basically do a kind of a map so I can see what emotions go with which character, who that person is interacting with, so I can really fit into that mode. So it's not Delia on stage, but whichever
character
that I'm
yes,
doing.
yes. And I'm sure Gloria will be very happy to hear this. There are actually 2 people now on the Facebook on our book that's saying, are you guys recruiting? I want to be in theater now. So
Yes, we are actively recruiting. I have been recruiting all. Imagine I would go place and just ask men because it has a predominantly male cast, and see me asking men, if they want to join. A lot of men disappointed me, but
Come on, man, you can't disappoint Gloria. man. What you guys doing?
imagine there's one that I caught in a funeral. I made the partner. I said, anyway, I went to because we needed males, who could really make it. So yes, we are recruiting. Yes, we want people.
But you know what would be interesting, Gloria? Because I know you mentioned that, at the T Village Creole,
Yeah.
you saw the young people jumping up and everything. It'd be very interesting if we probably had some of the artists, Ridge and Shelley and others, being involved in theater.
In fact, Trilogy.
Trilogy was in
He was in Nightbox.
Exactly,
He was in
right,
Nightbox.
So it'd be nice if we have those the so-called popular
Now,
ones
let me tell you,
to be part of the whole events. Yes.
Nigel, the thing is that if theatre was alive and well,
yes,
we would
yeah,
create
that's
our
true,
own
that's true.
region people
Yeah,
that they would
yeah.
follow. Because, for instance,
I
right, we did what do you call it? Wake up call on television. Moje, people meeting me now. I was small and I remember because people, when they see and they hear, they are inspired, and that is what we haven't had. We haven't had enough that we can catch them. So therefore, we wouldn't even need the people because they themselves would be there and they would be highlighted, and they become that person that others want to follow. So that is what we have to do. But yes, if they give us support because people are listening to them, and therefore maybe they might draw them to us. So that is one of the things that we've been trying to get a plug in World Creole Music Festival, TV Large, everywhere else that there's something to tell the people to come and support theatre on the 1st and 2nd of November at the St. Gerard's Hall, 8 p.m., $75. Buy your ticket by Jay's Bookstore, Bullseye Pharmacy from cast members. And we also have pay-per-view on the first night for people who are out of state.
Overseas.
25 US. On Multi-Solutions, what? Multi-Solutions?
Yes.
Multimedia.
Solutions, yes. With Lyndon Lestrade and
Lyndon
so
Lestrade.
Excellent, excellent.
Okay, so we
That's
really
wonderful.
want people. And another thing I noticed, right? When we have drama and we have very young people, oh boy, people love to see children act. I remember when we went to Guadeloupe with Tijan, and there was this little boy.
Yeah.
Mama, he get things. Everybody, because they love to see children. Children have a lot of talent, and that is where we have to take them from young. We have to really develop the arts in the school, and when they're involved and they're so involved and they get involved in those things, they go away, they highlight it. They don't have time for the other negative things.
So have the cast thoughts of inviting school students?
We did that
to Streak.
We did that for Nightbox and the Pierre Charles Secondary School, because they're doing theatre arts and they also have to do an SBA. Rather than look at something on YouTube, they are going to come as a group to look at the play. In fact, they did an interview with me on La Coup des Arts because they also have to do some work on theatre groups. So, I mean, we need to have that there, our own people, so that they can see, in terms of steel band, in terms of other things. When I look at that on YouTube in other countries, I jaloux. I vex, I check in, but what? No, if I had money, I make a band, I do all those things, Because, these things build people, they build character.
But all is not lost if the youth, because I could tell you we have about
Younger
four.
ones,
We have about 4 college students on the cast, and they're doing,
nice.
and they are wonderful students. They have to navigate between the academic schedule and the rehearsals, and I'm very much impressed with them.
Yeah.
And also, Nigel, one of the things that we actually did was, you must be familiar with the whole concept of having understudies
Sure.
in drama, in plays, which basically would mean that you have your main characters and you have understudies just in case something goes wrong. Then you would have the understudy fitting in. But we decided to take the understudy concept in a different direction, where we actually double casting. So we have about 5 areas, 5 characters that we actually double casting. So 5 of them will be performing on the 1st, and the different 5 will be performing on the 2nd.
Interesting.
So which means if you want to see the full complement
You have to come to 2 shows.
of the talent of the young people, then you have to come on Saturday the
And
first,
Sunday.
and
And
then
on Sunday,
see
yes.
one, and then come on Sunday and see. You know, it was a lot of, it's more work because you have to be working with two groups of actors. But I think it is rewarding because basically, when they appeared as director, I did not want to tell anybody that you were not casted because I thought, look, watch me. Since everybody who actually made themselves available to be in the production, I wanted them to be involved. And it is for this reason that, apart from having started rehearsals way back in May, and we did virtual rehearsals via Zoom and in person. And it's only the last few weeks that we have been in person throughout. Because you were actually introducing some young people or some people into the cast who have never actually been involved in a full-length play. Some of them maybe participated in skits, just short 5 minutes. But to be involved in a 2.5-hour production is a completely new experience, and they had to get accustomed with the script and the whole process. So it has been a labor of love. But it's rewarding because yeah, but when you see and I think that we're in a good place now. I cannot remember even in PAT days that 2 weeks before the production the set was built and the lights are going up and the song is almost there. And in fact this morning we're actually going to have a dress rehearsal 1 week ahead of the premiere next Saturday. So I think we are well on the way to have a masterpiece production, and Dominicans just have to come out and support it.
Where's the play being staged?
At the St. Gerard's Hall.
St.
And
Gerard's
as
Hall.
we talk about
are back.
this,
We are back.
Yes.
We
That's
are
the
back.
original.
but even as we speak about this, let's address the elephant in the room because it's obvious. Well, good for us. We have the St. Gerard's Hall now. But for years,
Yes, let's go to
a
Gloria's.
proper venue for staging plays.
That's why you see I try not to say that because
at what
No,
cost?
but
At
because
what
but
I have said so much about that.
I know, but then
It's
again,
like-
you cannot speak about theater and looking
don't
at
have a
the
theatre.
forward movements,
me
and
tell
you
you.
don't have. So let us hear from you all
Trigger me. Let me
who
tell
are
you.
very much involved in this. How challenging this has been, even to stage.
Yeah, it's very
straight.
challenging because people, like some people say, but $75, that's a lot. Man, if you know cost we had. First of all, we know
We
that,
have.
that there was a church, they had, the stage was reduced. So now we had to pay to extend the stage. We have set to build. And because we have this large group and every time we have full-length rehearsals and we have to feed them. So it's like you're having a mini birthday party, so that's a cost, right? Then we have lights and songs, things that we would not have had if we had a theater where we just have to come and put on the lights
and
or
perform.
change a bulb. Now we have to get that. We have to put up big poles, find a way to thing. So all this has been cost,
Put
transportation.
up the wings, extend the
extend
stage.
the stage,
At
you
what
know.
cost?
And the thing about it is we're not getting, and maybe that's why some people know everything is pay. We're doing a lot of these things. There is a lot of time and effort. So you find that it has cost, and we're trying to do it as minimal as we can. And we're just hoping, at least pray God, that we can break even. So we are saying, please, people, come and support us. Come and give the $75 to the arts because it is going to help to inspire some people. It's going to help to develop drama, and we want to continue. We want Dominica to be to have a thriving drama community, so that we can see ourselves. We can have people who others will see, and we have them overseas. And next thing you know, we have these big people, that we are proud of. Yes, music. Yes, dance. But drama encompasses all those things, and we really want your support. I'm begging. So talking about the Arawak now,
Right.
boy, and I feel no way about that because I know what drama has done for me. There are a lot of people who talk, and they will talk to you, but they will be afraid to say, I don't know what the fear is about. But I'm not afraid because the thing is, I'm saying that for the development of drama in Dominica, and I know what it can do. We need to have a proper space. See what happened with the Madame Web Duet. They had to go in wherever. I mean, just looking at it on the TV, the background, the aesthetics, everything.
Not suitable.
Right. And we have to show people to do the thing in the right way. When we do not have a proper space, we have to make adjustments, and it teaches the wrong thing. We have to up our standards, go up one step higher. And I'm hoping that some theatre space, if it's not Arawak, because I hear about Arawak curse, so I'm not sure if that we have.
I was about
Because
to
in
refer
Alwyn
to
Bullies,
the
in
Arawak
Alwyn
curse.
Bullies place Strick, we're talking about the Arawak curse. So I'm not sure if that is what we're going for now. But I'm saying some space that we can have that is proper, so we can do the thing in the right way, and people can be comfortable. People come to support us, but then they say, "Oh, it was hotry, or it was this and so on."
And they seem so uncomfortable.
Right. So we want the people to be comfortable so that they can enjoy it more and they can feel, So we are saying that on behalf of all the people. A lot of times when we decide we're going to do something, I heard the Minister of Education say, if you bind together, you're a force. But apparently Dominicans afraid to be that force. Because every time we say we're going to do something, some people talking about, it's politics. That's not political. That is for development. I will stand for saying that. I believe in it. I know what it can do, what it has done for me. And I think people need to advocate more, and say, let us get a space. Let us get a space soon, not how much, because while we are not doing that, other things are coming in the gap, and it doesn't make theatre look attractive, and we're losing. So I'm saying, Moje, while we have some of us who are willing to help to raise it up, help us to bring it up higher so that others can take over where we left off. And Alwyn, we're doing that for Alwyn's legacy, because Alwyn, I know, would turn more and more and more if theatre has to go down. All right?
Yeah, but also I would have to say plain out that had it not been for the assistance of the private sector,
Right.
we would not have pulled it out. And, if you would allow me to just mention some of the companies that have actually come forward.
Yeah.
J. Astafans and Company came out and really helped us. The Do It Center, FedEx, Lindomat, Vibes, DNO, UE. UE allowed us the space for rehearsals free of charge for months. ICW Insurance, Whitchurch, Flow, Jungle Bay, ACS, Q95, Jollies, Aid Bank, National Bank, Central Cooperative, Credit Union, KPB, Josephine Gabriel. I hope I have not lost,
Dr. Dublin.
Dr. Dublin, Ellsworth LeBlanc, Jennifer Fidel, and I hope to get to add to this list DBS.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't be hoping to add. I mean, you should add DBS right now.
Yes, you can go ahead and add DBS.
So
No, next week we really want to, because you see there's a lot of noise last week with the festival. So we're hoping that the week that's coming can be ours, so that we can, for those who are there, we can get them to come, and at least if they go back, that they will feel so inspired that they'll go on the pay-per-view. So we really want to go out there this week with a blast, so that people can come, because we really need that support if we are to get to the goal that we have.
Also, we need to thank those persons who took out ads in the program. Because as you know, printing costs now are very high. So to do the program, we get sponsors, and I have to thank Duncan Store, Raful, Signman, and who else? A few other people who I'm still trying to get to come and help us put ads in the program. And Burton and Company,
Okay.
4 people have already agreed to put ads in the program, which will help support the making of a program Alwyn would be proud of. Because as you know, Alwyn was very particular with his programs,
yes.
and I have to make sure that it is fitting.
Of course,
I think we didn't talk call Jolly's Pharmacy.
Okay.
Yes.
All
Yeah,
right. I think
Jolly's
Nigel.
Pharmacy.
Yes, Nigel.
No, I was actually just going to go back to the book, because we always
And
like
we
to
have to
connect
thank
with all
Bullseye
people.
too.
So,
Bullseye, Josephine Gabriel.
Yeah.
just wanted to big up Carl Kofi James, who says that, repping in the youth early is very important. My girls have been in theater since they were 3.
Very.
Yeah.
And they're part of performing in musicals since. Shills Jones was asking earlier whether the $75 was for one night or for 2 nights, but I think we've already
One
cleared that
night.
up. One night.
No.
So Kofi James also wants to big up again, his teacher Gobert, and
Sure.
to hail
Go
up, Anita Delia and his cousin Gloria. So, big up to you, Carl Kofi James out there, and all the others who are locked on. Edwin in London, we appreciate you as well for connecting with us. Glenda Shillingford, appreciate that. Hey, Norrin Joseph La. Norrin says
Norrin is calling
something about the temporary bridge till it became permanent.
Yes.
Sounds like that's what Iraq will become.
Yeah.
Good things are coming, man. Good things are coming. Helen Henderson says, Mackenzie, what about that Christmas play? Is that going to be part of the 50th?
Folk Nativity.
Is that part of the 50th anniversary as
They've been doing
well?
that for a while.
Yeah,
Nativity is usually done
Folk
every year.
Nativity has been done
Done
several
several
times.
times,
yes.
Yeah.
Not
Yes,
only in
yes.
Dominica,
Yeah.
but in several islands as well. And hopefully we can bring it back.
But in 2027, it's the 50th anniversary. We might just
So
do
we'll-
it.
yes,
just do it again.
We just want to
yes.
put we just want to put the people who are interested on notice.
Yeah.
Right. So, Mackenzie, preview, as you mentioned, it's different this time around. You've been rehearsing since May. You have dress rehearsals coming up already pretty early. Have we gone past the days where we used to have those late nights rehearsals? Those days are over, right?
It's a problem now, boy.
To be honest, had this with all the activities of this week. The
Okay.
cast. We had to.
Give them a break.
Yeah, we had to give the cast a break.
Some
for
of them
the
were
rehearsal, yeah.
involved in other
Some of
things
them
as
were
well for the
involved in.
fest.
Yeah, some of them were.
Like Johnny and Shalina.
Some of them
Yeah,
are
okay.
burnt out.
Yeah.
So come Monday, so Nigel, basically, we are going to have we're going to have our technical rehearsals on Monday and Tuesday, and then we have about 2 more dress rehearsals on Wednesday and Thursday, and this is the record-breaking one. Friday may very well be an ease-up night for our cast, so that they can come in on Saturday.
Refreshed.
But so Friday will just be not this late night of what you're accustomed with.
Interesting.
So I think starting early brought its dividends. That we are where we are now. I must say I do not believe even with Alwyn and his high level of efficiency and whatever he had with him, that we ever had a situation where we were that prepared with a whole week before the staging of the play. The set is ready.
I can just see Alwyn with his left hand under his right elbow and his finger, and he's looking into
Yeah, the set is ready to the extent
I
that
can
we
just
will
see
be.
this.
I think we will be having a press conference on Tuesday
Tuesday.
morning at 10:30. Yeah, we're having a press conference at 10:30 on the site. So the media will have a first-hand view of what the Arawak.
But same thing I did, I said Arawak. One day I was advertising, I said Arawak.
Yeah,
I show you it should have been.
Of what?
That's the
of
same
what?
thing I
And
did.
the St.
What
Gerard's
the,
Hall.
what the St. How the St. Gerard's Hall
next to
Chapel,
the SMA.
how the St. Gerard's Hall Chapel has been transformed
Yes.
to
yes.
a theatre.
Yes, but recently I saw a
Quick
play
time.
there with Leandro Landa, the convent high
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
Umoja.
Yeah, but if you go to, if
I
you
know
go,
it's different, obviously.
if you
No,
go
we
there now,
extended the
everybody
stage.
says it's
Different.
We extended the
It's
stage.
We
different.
extended,
Yes.
right? And
Yeah,
as
we
I
have to extend
mentioned.
the stage.
Okay, so as we end, let's just recap some things because we want to talk about the WOB duet as well. This too is very, very important to us.
Yeah.
And we really want Delia to shed some light on this very important aspect of our culture as well. So let's just recap. Tell us again the basics, when, where, how much, and things like that.
Oh, for me, I really want people to come with. So,
yeah, like that.
people, help us. It's $75 EC dollars
And that's
for
not
each
bad.
night. And your tickets can be purchased at Bullseye Pharmacy, Jay's Bookstore from cast members. And we also have pay-per-view on multimedia
Multimedia
solutions. Lyndon Lestrade for $25 US for only for the first night for November 1st. So we're asking you to please support us, send somebody, encourage other people, come as a group.
Bring your
children. At 8 p.m. And St. Gerard's Hall is the road going towards the cemetery there, close to the creche, next to SMA. I mean, somebody must be able to
Where the
lead you there.
Catholic Church
What-
used to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So please come. We'll have parking in in the SME yard.
I like how
and
you
can
keep
park
saying
along the road.
I like how you
Right.
keep saying that SMA thing. You can say it again.
Yeah, man, SMA,
Tell him
SMA.
where it
And
is.
SMA has been helping us, because
Say
we
SMA
are
again,
also
yeah.
going to get some classrooms to use there,
Yeah.
because we don't have this full-grown theater. We have to use some space to do certain things, and also they're helping us with giving us parking space too. So SMA is a sponsor too.
Nice.
Good for you, SMA. But
Okay.
certainly, I mean, we appreciate you guys coming and connect with us here and connecting the dots on this Saturday. When Ivona told me, hey, Strick was going to be on, I'm like, I'm like, whether I leave, the festival, whatever time, I'm going to make sure I'm here because I have to connect to make sure that happens. So really appreciate it. Go out and support Strick. It's happening November 1st and the 2nd. St. Gerard's Hall, 8 p.m. Get your tickets from cast members. I heard you mention people like Shalina and Janae and others
Chad,
who are in the cast.
yeah.
And, is Derek Rapitas in there as well?
Yes, he is.
Yes. So get your tickets, support theater, make it happen, man. It's going to be great. Those of you who are visiting, make sure before you go back, you go see. If you're going back after the independence, you have to be there. All right?
Jillian, I want to say something.
Sure.
We
We
streaking.
All right.
Well, I want to be streaking too.
But Nigel, just before we leave, I think I need to have a conversation with you. Huh?
Most definitely. Most
Everybody wants to talk to
definitely.
Nigel.
No, because one of the things that actually happened when we, in our PAT days, the incentive that we got was touring with Alwyn's Place.
Okay.
And
Nigel in that.
this is one of the things that we want to use as an incentive for the actors for Strick. That we, it would be a little heartbreaking that we just with all this energy and effort that we put into the production,
Right.
that we should just have it for 2 nights. Or we are also hoping to have it for Alwyn's birthday on the weekend of the 23rd of November.
Yeah.
But even with that, I would hate to know that we just do it for those 5 nights and it dies there.
I like that.
So we would
I
want
like
to
that.
look. We're looking at the possibility of traveling overseas.
Well, definitely.
Okay.
Let's
Call
connect.
Nigel.
Let's connect.
Call
Let's connect.
Nigel.
Let's connect.
So yeah, that's why we need to talk.
Yes,
We'll definitely
yes.
make it
Everybody want to
happen.
talk to Nigel. They've taken him in the festival everywhere he is, in sports, in community development, in culture, in
Let's connect.
youth, and that's good, Nigel.
So
All right.
thank you, DBS. On the night of the show, I'll be thanking you people for coming. Please come.
Yes.
Okay.
So
the
Algona,
best.
we can get DBS on the list, right?
Yes. Okay. Yes. We'll talk. We'll talk for sure.
Okay.
Separate.
Yes.
All right.
We'll
fine.
talk.
All right.
All right. Nigel, probably we can give some comments coming from the book. Tell us who is there again. I know you mentioned quite a few already, but let us know what is happening in terms of the the comments, the reviews.
Of course, on our YouTube channel, we keep forgetting them, but good morning to you. We appreciate you connecting with us this Saturday. Mervyn Nicholas, watching from North Carolina, says, hello, I am trying to make sure my family, this other person says, I'm going to make sure my family comes to see the play. Another one says here, give us the information again. It's going to be at the St. Gerard's Hall, November 1st and 2nd. You can purchase your tickets from the various places that they mentioned. And of course, on our Facebook page, as we always do, we want to say good morning to you and thank you so much. Shields Jules wants to ask, I'm not sure if you guys can hear me, so you can probably come over. But Shields Jules wants to ask if you need costume builders, like also seamstresses, tailors, painters, volunteers, so we can get that going. Magdalene Williams watching from Guadeloupe. Good morning. Thanks for connecting with us. Crispin Chillingford. Love this. Don't let it die. We certainly won't let it die. Positive Dominica. We have to keep theater going. Theater has done so much for so many people, including myself. So, we have to make sure we can keep that particular part of the arts thriving. Let's see who else is saying good morning. Hey, Alice Francis watching. Alice, good morning to you, and of course, good morning to the rest of the fams. Appreciate it as well. We mentioned about the Christmas play earlier, so definitely go out and support. and ensure that you're part of it. If you can't be there, there's also live streaming on November 1st. It's just 25 or 25 US, I think it is, for the live streaming on November 1st, so you can be part of that as well. This is Connecting the Dots. This is Saturday. We always do this on a Saturday. Good morning to all of you who've been connecting with us. We appreciate it. It's good that so many of you are still connecting. I hope you went to the festival and you're like us and you're up still connecting. We appreciate it, man.
You think he said, "Well, I'm like Cuba, Nigeria." Sir.
So yes, also I will ask yes, okay, so they want to know if they can volunteer. Somebody wants to volunteer, if you need me to do painting or you need me to do costumes. So that's wonderful. That's an interesting thing. So that was Streak. And we will definitely see, I'll be there, whether it's both nights, one night, whatever it is, but I'll definitely be there. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Second part 2?
Yes, sir, part 2.
Part 2, man. You ready
Yes,
for part
sir.
2? Yes.
Charlie.
Charlie.
Charlie. I love this lady, man.
Yes, especially for
Yes.
what's coming up this week,
Yeah.
because I already have my issue.
Yes, I have seen a lot of things I don't like to see, So I want to talk about that as well, because we have to keep it real. We have to be genuine about this. But Delia Coffee Weeks, Delia, Delia already.
Yes.
So we welcome her, Nigel, again.
But we have to welcome in a different
eh.
capacity this
Yes,
time, This time we're welcoming her as, the Madame Matiez. So we welcome in a different capacity as well.
She has to explain what she's wearing as well. What do you call this?
Yes,
a
and
song?
what headpiece, whether it's a 2 or 3
Yes,
or 1,
yes.
and what it means and so on. We have to get all of that.
I think Delia Coffee Weeks has a national wear for every day of the year. No, boy.
Yeah. I was
Yes,
about to
sir.
ask though, Delia, because there are people who believe that, or who have the opinion in terms of the different designs that you're seeing now as it relates to Madras, as it relates to the WOB. We have flowered, we have painted things, we have all different kinds of designs now. Is that an issue, or is it like it's okay?
I would begin by saying that we have a lot of Creole wear. One of them is designated, or 2 of them for women and 1 for men, designated as national wear. But not all Creole wear is national wear. So our national wear is Creole wear, but not all Creole wear is national wear.
Okay, I got
And
it.
the other statement I want to put out there, what I am wearing on my head is the Tete Cassie. Everybody refers to everything as Tete Cassie. This is the Tete Cassie.
Okay.
It is one of those styles that can be worn with the guanwob, with the duet, and this one is actually tied on the head of the wearer at the time that they're going to wear it. The other one that most people are very acquainted with is the flat one, the tête en l'air, and if it is painted with yellow paint, then it is a tête en l'air calendé.
If it's painted with yellow paint,
Yes. So
all like
it's a different, it's more ceremonial, and it really takes a lot of skill to decide which lines to paint, and then it is tied afterwards, and once it's tied, that's it.
Interesting there. So the whole thing of people used to say, if it's 1 you're single, if it's 2 you're married, or dépiton, or you divorced or whatever, or you looking for somebody, and is that really the case?
It doesn't really pertain anymore, but yes, those things do have significance. In fact, each style is named based on what it looks like and what it represents. And so people tell you, I want the one that go in looking so and have a thing so and whatever it is. But then when you explain to them, this is the tête chupom, It
They
is
tet
actu-
what?
tet chupom.
First time I heard this word.
So, for example, it is actually a lesson because the person tell you, Tet what? As Ivona just did. And then my response would be, do you know what is shupom? Ivona, do you know what is shupom in Creole?
Nigel, help me. Is the thing?
Oh, Nigel, help her.
Pumpkin.
No. Pumpkin is yomu.
Oh yes, pumpkin is jomo. Shupom. Nigel, help me, no man.
She put me on mic, so that's a good reason.
Nigel, help me now. We should know that, Nigel. I mean, Nigel, shupom. I should know shupom.
So you see, it's actually a lesson.
Yes, teach
No, but I
us.
should know shupom. I mean, come on, Ivona. Tell me quickly, Lily. Let me see. Shupom. Somebody help me, then, man.
Nile saki shubom.
They always help in Nigeria. Like this.
Cabbage.
Oh yes, cabbage. You see,
Right.
Cabbage.
So
That's why I said pumpkin.
when you see the tetchupom
Tet-
and it has the cabbage right in the center here,
Okay,
and then
okay.
the leaves all around it, then you understand. But yes, it's a tetchupom. We're an agricultural country.
Okay, but not to interrupt you. What are you wearing on the flyer? On the flyer of this beautiful pink.
Okay, so
What are you wearing on your head?
So on the flyer, I am wearing a tete en lait. So it is the other headpiece that can be worn with the duet.
Okay.
So wait, there are only two headpieces that can be worn if they do it?
Yes.
True. No?
The tete en lait or the tete cassé. All the other creations can be worn with the jip and with our other Creole creations. So when people come to me and they say to me, Mawix, I want a tete cassé, I ask them, do you really want a tete cassé? Because maybe if I show
Yes.
you what a tete
A
cassé
tete cassé,
looks like,
yeah.
you'll say, no, it's not that one I wanted. I wanted, you understand? So I keep saying to people, do not ask for a tete cassé if you do
Don't
not
know.
want a tete
Okay.
cassé. Tell me
Wow.
you want a Creole head tie.
Okay.
Mm.
Wow.
Yes.
Tell us about the national wear. Each piece, what it signifies. I know you always speak about this with pride. There are some people who think that it makes them too hot, but not Delia. So Delia, tell us about this.
Okay,
this
so
national
let
wear.
us get to the meat of the matter. We will deal with the men first because the men are less complicated.
Yes.
So the basic national wear for men is white long sleeve shirt, black pants, red sash which is tied on the left over the belt, not passing through the loops of the pant. It is not a belt. Black shoes and black socks.
And that's it.
Yes.
No,
That
very
is-
simple.
that
No long
is-
story.
No long
Basic.
story first.
Basic. You can dress it up with other things. So, for example, you
I
can
see a lot of
wear
variations now, though.
gilet.
especially the long sleeve.
the waistcoat. It can be plain, it can be madras. You can also wear a jacket, and even with the jacket, you have the option of the standard jacket, which can be made in madras, and you also have the free slave jacket, which has no collar and has a whole set of buttons going down the front.
Say it
And
again.
it's
Say it again.
the freed slave jacket. It has no collar. It has a whole set of buttons going down the front,
Okay.
and it is normally worn with a little skull cap. Okay, so men, these are your options. You can also trade.
But do men still wear this one?
Yes, men do. Men do.
Trying to recall.
And then you have the option of wearing a tie, which could be plain, which could be in madras. You can also trade that for a bow tie, which could be plain or madras. And depending on the function that you're going to, you can exchange the sash for a cummerbund. That is the one that is pleated at the front and pins in the back. That is normally worn with a jacket or with a waistcoat. And then you can have a crossover sash that is worn on the shoulder and can either cross over on the chest or come straight down. So there are options for men.
Okay.
But the basic is white shirt, black pant, red sash, dark socks, black shoes.
No, as you mentioned the white shirt, I think everyone was saying to you, we see some variations in the white shirt now. You have
You
the
see a
white
piece of
shirt and you have a piece of mattress embolded either on the top or the sleeve. Should it be a plain white shirt?
Plain white shirt.
Okay.
The shirts with, so you see like the shirt jacks with Madras accents, you see all sorts of things. That is for your Creole wear.
Okay. That's
For
not
your
the national
Creole
wear.
wear. There was a time during, I think shortly after independence, where there was a move for shirt jacks to be adopted
Yeah.
as the national wear. And maybe if it was, then the white shirt jacks with the Madras accent might have passed. But for now, it is a plain white shirt with your red sash or your red cummerbund or whatever, and your black pants, dark socks, and black shoes.
Well, as you mentioned, shirt jacks, I'm just taking my mind back. Every time I hear the word shirt jack, I just think of Bernard Nicholas, trade union leader.
No, there are some, listen to me,
No,
there are
no,
some
he comes to
people,
mind quickly.
there are
Trust me.
some people who adopted the shirt jack as their national wear, even
The
if it
everyday
wasn't
wear
passed.
back in the day.
And some people just love their shirt jacks, my husband included.
Yeah. I think Ron Green also used to love
Yes,
shirt
yes.
jacks, you know.
There are
Yes.
some people.
There's some people,
Yeah.
shirt jack, and them synonymous.
I know Bernard Nicholas. That's my friend, so I can say that.
Oh,
I mean, he had a
yes.
cream one and he had a blue, light blue. You know, yeah. Shirt jack, man.
And
Interesting.
so onto the women.
And we have
We
go
have
there.
But
two
but
forms.
just
Yes.
before you go to, it's actually for the women as well, because this person was asking, Helen Henderson wanted to know that. She says, Delia, I remember some people use white duets. When do you use those? Is it for church or for some other thing?
I will come to that.
Okay, good.
I will come to that.
So tell us about the
So
women.
for the women,
And speak a little Creole in between there because I know Delia.
I would not
Speak
relax.
a little
now.
Creole in between, especially when I ask you
Relax.
about the hits. Remember that?
Relax. It will come.
Okay, Papa.
So for the women, we have two choices. You have the jip and you have the duet. For the jip, there are certain basic components. A white peasant blouse that can be worn on or off the shoulders. A white petticoat with cotton lace, which is called jupon dentelle.
Dentelle.
Yes, lace
So D
dentelle.
apostrophe A-N-T-E-L-L-E, no?
Ah,
Okay.
in Creole,
Dentelle.
we don't
Well,
have
it's the apostrophe.
we don't have
Accent
repetition of letters if you don't need them.
Okay.
So
spell-
dentelle, dentelle would be D-A-N-T-E-L. Dentelle.
Okay. Okay.
So all of the extra letters, we drop them.
Mhm.
And you would wear a brightly colored skirt over that petticoat. The patterning of the fabric is according to your heart's desire.
Okay, bear, look at this.
Your foulard or the scarf that is worn over the shoulders is to complement the primary color in your skirt, and it should not match, it should clash. Together with that, you need to wear something on your head, so you have all of the other head tie styles, and you wear your closed shoes. You can, up to a point, play with the shoes because the jip is more frivolous, more casual, so you can play with it. And your gold jewelry, not yellow, green, purple, orange, blue. It is not Mardi Gras. It is your national wear.
But for the jib, some people use the color of the fabric. So if there's red, yellow, pink, blue, they use
Your
the glare.
jewelry,
Has
no.
to be gold.
Your jewelry, no. Because you see, if you understand that originally the people built their entire outfit over time. So you worked, you bought the cotton for your petticoat and for your top. Then you worked, next salary you started buying the lace. Then you worked, you bought the cloth for the skirt. You worked, you bought the head square. And then, after you've invested all of that, do you want to cheapen your outfit with glen? No. If you're wearing glen like me, at least pretend to be rich. Gold or pearls.
Okay.
I can understand, yes, people give children anything. But for grown people, let us do better than that. And I want to make the point here as well that many times we see petticoats with layers of lace and we don't understand that there's a story behind it. Because if you looked at some of the older petticoats, you would notice that each layer of lace was a different pattern. And that was not by choice. But you started off with a simple white sheath, a plain white thing. And then after you've worked for 1 year, you buy one set of lace and put one row of lace. Then the next year you put another row of lace. So you know, almost when the foresters tell you when they cut a tree, they can tell you the age of the tree by the number of growth rings. So it's like looking at the petticoat and say, okay, that petticoat must be at least so many years old because it has so many rows of lace. And then that also tells you how high you pitch your skirt. Because if you only have one row of lace, why are you pitching your skirt all the way up for people to see just one row of lace? But the more lace you have, the higher you pull up your skirt so people can see. So now that I have dealt with the jeep, I'm going to talk about the duet. And Ivona, that is where the action starts.
Yes.
Okay. Poesa, Creole poesa.
Yes. I would like to believe what I have there duet.
The basic parts of your duet, you have your guan-wob, which is a long sleeve dress reaching all the way to your wrist. And going all the way down to the ground. When you think of the duet, people complain that it is hot. But I will talk about the construction and I will deconstruct their argument about...
It's interesting that you're saying that. It's a guan-wob, right? And I'm asking that question because sometimes I see some, well, I don't know if it's duet, some variations, I will say. But not enough cloth.
We'll talk about the variations.
To make it guan
we will talk about the variations.
All right.
When you get to the floor with your duet, you have the option of having a guan-wob or a wob-won. The wob-won, the front and the back are the same length. So if you drop the dress, then the back of the dress is the same length as the front. But it still has all of the fullness in the back, so you can picture your dress. The guan-wob has a train. So it has the lache, and that is what you really need to gather the cloth and either tuck it in your armpit or fling it over your arm. So that is the test for the wob duet shows, the Madam Wob and the Miss Wob.
So when you shake it, and then you
flip.
Because you're not actually shaking
So the guan-wob is the front is shorter than the back. Is that what you say? Because it has a trail.
Yes, because you see the front of the dress for the guan-wob, the front of the dress goes all the way down to your instep.
Yeah.
Okay? The top of your foot. But the back of the dress it will
like a
touch
train.
the ground
Yes.
and drag.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the guanwob. There's the guanwob and the wobwon.
And that can be either in madras cloth or floral print.
In whichever fabric that you choose. Now,
it can
when
even be in
comes-
plain, right? Like a
Yes.
plain, right?
When it comes to that, I say to people, look, most of us in the Caribbean, we are of mixed origin. We have our European ancestors, some of us have Kalinago ancestors, and our African ancestors. Our European ancestors are very prim and proper, and everything is supposed to match. So you're wearing a cream shirt, you wear brown pants, you wear brown belt, you wear brown shoes, you wear
You're
whatever.
working at the post office.
The African ancestor, on the other hand, has a love for color. The more it loud is the better for us. So you will wear a purple shirt with an orange skirt.
Oh my goodness. That's the sartorial dichotomy. No,
So
I'm
you
not-
understand sometimes
Yeah.
why we have the confusion
Yes.
within us. Okay? But before we continue along that, let us just finish with the different components of the guanwob. The wob duet. So you have your full length dress that we've spoken about. If you turn the dress inside out, the sleeves are supposed to be lined in cotton. The back of the dress up to your waist, from your neck to your waist, is supposed to be lined in cotton.
Interesting. And I'm saying that here because I was just wondering, like once I had this particular wob duet on, and I was so hot. There was an extra heat, and I'm at the stadium
front-
wondering what's happening,
The
but there was
front
no
of
lining.
your dress is supposed to have a little bra built into it. So if you're one of the women who hates wearing a bra, which most women do, then at least when you're wearing your duet, if it is properly made, you don't have to wear a bra because you have a built-in bra.
Okay.
Now, women know about that because right now they're making all sorts of cami with built-in support and all of that. That is not new. And so when you close the bra, the back of the dress is already supposed to fit you. The beauty of that dress is that you should be able to wear it from conception to right through gestation to the time that you give birth.
Nigel.
The same dress.
Nigel, I tell
That's,
you.
Now, look, I'm going to stand up.
Yes, we stand
oh,
up.
yes.
Hey, but that's lovely though.
So the front of the dress is normally one length of fabric. Okay? One length of fabric from here all the way down. To allow for fullness, you have gathers here.
By the way, let me just interrupt you. Delia's dress is very pretty, but because you have a green screen, you will not see the actual green on it, and the yellow will be, sort of dull.
I'll be disappearing into the green screen.
Yes. But we can see the dress. Mhm.
And so what I am wearing is not a duet. It is a Creole creation. It mimics the duet, but what you see as the blue all around and continues in the back, it represents my foulard or my scarf. So I have built it into the outfit.
Interesting.
You notice it's also repeated here as an accent. And so the front of the dress down to whatever length is one piece. However, the back is cut from the neck to the waist, and then 2 widths of the fabric is used for the back of the dress so that you have the fullness that you need to do all of your business. So, when a woman gets pregnant and she puts on her dress, before she closes the front and she closes the bra falls right where her bra would be, and it allows for the belly to expand. And because of the way the dress is constructed, as the belly is growing, the dress is loose.
There's space for the belly.
Okay? The back of the dress doesn't change. But the front, and because of the fullness of the dress, it allows, so you do not say, well, I can only wear my duet in my early pregnancy, but later on I cannot. So it's a very functional dress. With your duet, obviously you need a fuller, which needs to contrast with the fabric, not match. We're giving into our African ancestry there. The petticoat is made differently to a jupe petticoat. A jupe petticoat may have elastic in the waist, because normally a jupe petticoat would be made for a younger person who is still growing. By the time you invest in a duet, you make a duet petticoat which has a broad band that sits comfortably at your tummy up to your side, and then in the back you have your drawstrings. So you remember people talking about stringers panty? Our ancestors, the older folk, before they started wearing nylon panty and all of that, is catwiban. Catwiban they used to wear.
Kisa.
From
Catwiban.
the
What is catwiban?
Catwiba.
Stringers.
4 strings.
C'est pas those cat string. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Some people would say cat cordon. And when they put on their flower bag panty, they can breathe.
Yes, sorry boy.
And when they sangle themselves for the day,
Now we're getting it.
when they sangle themselves for the day, the panty used to be like a little short panty, you know. Now,
And they sangle yourself.
yes, they have to tie their waist well, you know. So you hear people tell you, mawe well, hard times are coming, mawe well. These people were always ready because you're bien sangle. And medically, they will tell you that you're supposed to wear cotton underwear so your private parts can breathe, can air out. For men, your balls are not supposed to be warmed up. Nigel,
Kisa.
you don't know what I'm talking about.
Oui, mais
especially if you want to have children.
Après ça, when you're coursing on.
Very good. So, si vous voulez faire enfants, ou pas ça chauffer gwen ou trop. Because you will
Get some
weaken,
air conditioning
you will
fabric.
weaken your issue.
I'm real table, when you put boil tea glow up pressure.
Okay? Zoki mande mwen pou pale, eh?
Parley.
So in the same way, you wear cotton underwear. So in the same way, you have your petticoat, and the same thing pertains with the layers of lace. The petticoat itself needs to be starched properly. And when I say properly, what I mean is when you starch your duet petticoat, you're supposed to be able to put it to stand up and walk away. And it stays there.
So
But
wait,
the
so
trick...
so you have to starch it or something? Or how,
Yes,
how
you
get
have
it
to starch the petticoat. But
Okay.
the trick of the starching is that the area from your waist to mid-thigh is not starched.
From your
Be-
waist to mid-thigh.
Yes. So, from your waist to mid-thigh, the fabric is not starched. Because it would be very uncomfortable for you to have a starch thing against your skin. So the
What
starch is not
problem
applied
that?
here, but the lower portion. So when you put it to stand up, it's just supposed to stand up around you like a can.
I'm not. No, that's serious. But just when you say it, Dilly, I'm not laughing at this. This is serious, and I really like what you're doing.
No, but
instructing
it's the
people.
science behind it.
Yes,
So people
but
will
sometimes the
understand.
Creole words as well can make you laugh.
Yes,
Kiang
yes.
kiang, when you hear kiang kiang and mawe well, and things like that.
Yes.
Hello, but this is the season for
Yes,
us
oh
to
yes.
just be real.
I love
It
this,
is,
Dilly. I
it
love
is,
this.
it is.
I wish we had
Okay.
another hour.
Yes,
Let's
because
go.
Noreen wants to say she also wear a 4-string panty when she have a duet.
But that's the ideal thing to wear, so she can breathe.
Delia,
She can breathe. And
That's
don't
a-
ask me
Delia.
what I'm wearing. I'm not confessing.
Kite Medusa rasa. Si. Comments ki ka vini ya sur Facebook.
Wow.
Like, yes, let it breathe.
But
Eh.
but we have to breathe.
But you have to breathe, I agree with you. Anyway, that person said they're singing from London. Talk, my sister, talk.
So, when you put on your petticoat, so imagine your petticoat is well starched and ironed, and people, the secret to starching your petticoat is not spray starch, It's starch from cassava or maybe cornstarch or whatever, and you have to grate a little bit of candle wax in the starch when you're preparing it.
Oi.
So when the wax settles into the fabric, it is going to make it a little bit difficult for you to iron. But when you iron in, the wax melts and makes your iron just glide over the fabric, and it gives your petticoat a sheen. Okay?
Wow, boy, Dilly is just something. else
When
funny.
you
We
walk
should
in with
explain
your
this.
petticoat, you're supposed to hear what? As if it's paper. But you must understand that the petticoat not touching you. So when you put the
When they do
petticoat, when you put the petticoat under your duet, remember all of this is encased in cotton. Your back is covered in cotton. The bra is cotton. And you
So there's a
have
cooling
this
effect.
cotton petticoat
There's a
all the way
cooling
down
effect, man.
that just stands around
Look
you.
at AC.
You can actually stand with your legs wide open and nobody knows because your dress has its
Because
own
you have the
support.
kang
Yes.
effect. It's up. Yes.
When
yes.
you put on your duet, your body's natural reaction is that you're going to sweat. When you sweat, the cotton lining absorbs that sweat. So you have this damp material against your skin for the rest of the day, and you are in air condition. The only part of your body that should be feeling hot is your face, because it's exposed to the sun. And maybe your hands. But your body is against this cool fabric. So while everybody's like, bonche, 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 you are as cool as a cucumber.
Wow.
So that is why when people say, oh, I'm not trying to do it,
Between
it's
two
hot.
hots, yes.
If it's not properly made, it will be hot because there's nothing to absorb your sweat. But if it is properly made and you have little fabric touching your skin, you're bound and compelled to be cool.
But of course, if you have a string panty, you have to be cool.
You understand?
C'est
A
pas
little,
bloqué d'ici là,
you
comme ça.
sit down,
Yes.
Nigel, you sit down, and your petticoat is around you. You open your legs a little bit, and a little breeze pass. Ooh, what can be cooler than that? You are breezing. And people gold
Yes.
or pearls
Not
with
by the way,
with
not,
your duet.
yes, somebody wants to do it if they can get the 4-string panty made locally. You see trouble you as you start it.
I may just have to start a 4-string panty industry, but I will tell people what I need is flour bag. Flour bag. Don't go in supermarket and buy cotton fabric from Get the flour bag,
Yes,
bleach
that's
it, bleach it,
and bring it to me. I'll make the cut. I'll make the
You
cat
make
the cat weaver
cat
panty for
weaver.
you.
Oh.
But
Okay.
that was a lot of work with. No.
But so,
What?
so Delia, when you're starching the thing, I mean, do you have to starch it like how long should you leave it? Is it overnight? Is it an hour?
No. When you're starching your petticoat or anything, as a matter of fact, it cannot be a day where you have to run all over the place. When you're starching, you have to stay home. You know when people tell you have cocoa in sun, so you have to look for rain? When you're starching, if you're starching headpieces, you have to have pins, safety pins. Because when you pin the two ends on the line, you have to put pins all through to keep it, because you cannot bend it over the line and use close pegs, because
No, I'm
the
laughing
end.
because of what I'm thinking of. Where my mind is going, because I can just picture a cat weaver on a
Ivona,
wire
relax.
outside, right?
Drink some water and relax.
You my water.
If you bend the end of the cloth on the line, then it means that when it dries, it's going to dry with a bent end. So you're using safety pins.
Somebody say, send me the paper pattern. Good morning. Fran Del Sol also wants to tell you she want to put in the first order for the first squat feedback.
Oh gosh! But it just shows our forefathers, or our grandparents, or great grandparents. I mean, they were very how I'd say,
Very creative.
very
Yes,
creative,
very,
and they had
very.
skills as well.
Oh yes. And the thing is, a lot of the things that we have replaced those things with, they appear to us more convenient, but they're not as functional.
Right.
Because then we think instead of so we move from the cat weaver to wash and shake panties, and then to nylon panties and stockinette panties. All you pretend all you don't know about those things, right?
Of course, no, connect.
Right. But we have come full circle, because they tell you the best thing for you is the cotton panties.
Breathe.
And even if you end up wearing other fabrics, at least ensure they have cotton crotch.
Yes, breathe.
And yes, you need to breathe. So let's go
Men-
back to the good old days.
yes, men, you too.
I
men,
think
you need
I
to breathe.
think I think God willing, next year, if I am still alive, I am going to come to DBS without invitation,
Come.
with my
With your
cat weaver
quad-
panty, and while I am doing the demonstration, I will come fully dressed. So I
you
will
can
lift
show.
the dress to show the petticoat, and then I
right.
will lift the petticoat to
petticoat.
show my cat weaver panty.
Yes, yes, because that's important.
Oh,
breathe.
boy.
So, Delia, but
and we're not laughing out of mockery or anything like
No,
that.
no,
That's
no,
what
no,
I'm
no,
doing.
no,
but
not at all.
But Nigel, go ahead. I'll make my point after this.
no,
You make it a
no,
point,
no. I was just mentioning. Somebody say, go ahead and talk with my about the child from Granby.
Yes.
But I mean, in terms of what they asked earlier, though, the white duet.
Okay, so you, as I was saying, Nigel, the standard national wear for women, Dominica wears a white petticoat. Dominica wears a white petticoat, and our duets are lined in white. That is how you distinguish between a Dominican duet and a St. Lucian duet or a Martinican duet.
But because of the variations now, I see petticoats of different colors now.
That is Creole wear. That is
Right,
not
okay.
national
You said
wear.
that, right. The
I
standard-
have colored petticoats.
Yeah, but that's not the national way. Okay.
okay. So if, for example, you made a white duet, if you're wearing national wear, you still need to wear a white petticoat. If you're wearing Creole wear, then you can wear a plaid petticoat. You can wear a colored petticoat. You can wear different things. But if for example, you receive an invitation and it specifies national wear, I expect to see
You dress in
white petticoats. White petticoats, maybe with insertion lace and red ribbon.
So the people who take their time and put colors of the rainbow, no. If, for example, the beauty of a petticoat is that with the insertion lace, depending on where you're going, you can doll it up. So, for example, you get invited to a 50th anniversary something. You decide to wear your duet. But 50th anniversary is golden. So you can remove your red ribbon and put gold ribbon so that you in swing with the thing. But if you're wearing national wear, white petticoat, red ribbon, and whatever duet you choose to wear. The foulard is not supposed to match, it is supposed to clash. So your African ancestry takes over there.
Okay.
Your headpiece is supposed to be done in madras or good quality cotton, and preferably not the same fabric as your duet.
Okay.
Because then you look as if you're in a uniform, which is giving in to your European influence, but that is not what we're looking for. We're looking for the Africanness.
Yeah. Now, Delia, as you talk about the Africanness and all of this, when you deal your coffee weeks, when you wear your warp duet, I mean, you have gum. But what are you saying to me who is looking at you? What are you telling me in all this regal, you know, all the splendor? What are you telling me about your chains and about your headpiece and about how you're dressed?
Ivona, when I put on my outfit, even if you close your eyes, you're going and compelled to see me. You must see me, even if you close your eyes.
Bong and compel.
Bong and compel.
I tell you, Delia just wears this thing proudly.
And listen, no,
at a
but
funeral, anywhere.
listen,
Delia
the thing about it is that you cannot wear a properly made duet and slouch.
Yes.
The way
You have to
it
show
fits,
off.
the
Yes.
way it fits, it forces you tete devant bondade to stand upright. Now, when you put on that crown, you must hold up your head so you appear taller. And then, I don't know about other people, but once I put on a duet, I'm like, bon Dieu, moi belle, oui. Bon Dieu fait un sacré belle femme, eh?
Ah.
I don't even need mirror. And because I feel so pretty, I exude a sort of confidence. And even maybe my way of walking commands attention.
You're very.
Look
Yes.
me. You must see me. Even if you turn your head and say, that lady have value. Yes. But she is worth it. And so every Dominican woman should feel proud to own some form of national wear. And when you put it on, carry yourself like the Dominican queen or princess that you are. Don't be dragging yourself all over the way or just thinking, add a little scrap of Creole and that is national wear.
Yes.
Never.
Let's see if this person wants to share something with us, Delia. Hello, connecting the dots. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, what about this lady or those political issues?
You're kind of muffled though. Say it again.
Those political issues.
I'm not hearing it clearly.
Yeah,
I only
something
heard
about the
these
old
old
people.
people. I'm
Yeah,
not
but I didn't
you,
get
you can
everything
try
down.
again. We may get a better reception from you when you try.
What about, I mean, is there any particular shoes that they should wear there? Or does it
Yes,
matter?
with
Okay.
the duet, ideally you should wear closed shoes. At the time, traditionally, black shoes were what were available. We didn't have all the options. Now women have shoes available in all colors of the rainbow. And then when you look at pictures of the older folk wearing their duets, they used to have stockings, but it was rolled down to their ankles. And the whole concept of this is the stockings that were available at the time were complexion stockings for white people. Now, we're not white. So
imagine you dark and then you have two legs that looking like two dolly legs.
But as you saying that, I remember when I made my first communion by my mother. So it wasn't easy.
She give you stockings?
Boy. Yes, sir. Boy, I don't even go in there. Continue, Delia.
And then
Your legs was one color.
so then what they would do, the reason they wore stockings is because the shoes that they wore with the duet were not shoes that they wore every day. Those were their shoes for special occasions. And because they didn't want the shoe to mash up, because remember, the toes may be spread wide because you're walking about in pushing or barefoot or whatever. So you put on the stockings to get the toes under control and then to also protect the inside of the shoes so it don't wear out too much.
Right.
But since you don't need the stockings for complexion, you would roll down the stockings because ideally if they had foot socks like what we have now, they wouldn't wear it. But so because of that, so they would roll down the socks to just about the ankle.
Let's see if this person wants to share quickly. Hello?
Yes, please.
Connecting the dots.
Peace be on to each and every one.
To you as well.
Weekend.
Thank you, Gail.
I'm just calling to say thanks to that lady, your guest.
Julia Coffee Weeks,
Very educational. And I like when she was speaking about starching because in Barbados we use, the elderly, they used to use the cassava starch. And my mother, she was a school meal server, so she had to wear a hat like a nurse one and the apron. So I could tell you how my mother used to use the starch, but I didn't know that it can use candles, so that is something new to me. So thank you very much. Very
Thank you.
educational. I enjoy
yes.
it. Just asking everybody to be safe and we all having
All right. Take
a
care.
very good time, and I'm glad that everything is going all well.
I could stay with Julia on and on and on. It's more than the depth of her knowledge, it's the breadth of her knowledge. The way she says it.
It's the manner in which she
Wow.
What about the full arm, Delia? Does it have to be a particular length? Do you have to make sure it reaches just, under the
The
breast
traditional
area? Yes.
fuller is triangular.
Okay.
It is worn over the shoulders and it should come, the two apices should come down to that cord that ties the waist. So when you tie your dress, okay, so you see, you notice the dress is loose and the back is fitted.
Right.
So when you tie your dress and you put on your fuller should actually reach that cord that ties your waist. So if it is reaching here, it's too short. So you pull it up
Mine is too short.
over and bring it all the way down.
What? Man, this is ridiculous. You have two
You
of them.
can anchor them separately. So one here, pass it under the belt and anchor it there. Same thing here, so that you have the line of the fuller coming down and there's a space. Or you could bring down your fuller, make a first loop, pass the fuller under the tie of the belt and secure it here. So it comes down right to the center and you should have your apex. It doesn't have to be all the way down. It could be like mid in your back.
But that's interesting that you're saying this, Delia, because I just mentioned that mine don't reach right there. But I recall I had one. I thought it was too long. So what I did, I flipped it under and I put a little pin, safety pin.
No, but
But I didn't know that was the you're teaching me something I did not know. Seriously. So I really felt it was too long.
And then the thing is, the other thing too is that sometimes people get a proper fuller and they just wear it like a shawl, so it's all past their shoulders. You are to gather it around your neck so that the fuller just touches your shoulders.
Interesting.
So it shouldn't, it is not a shawl like you see in the British movies where people have this big thing wrapping themselves up to keep warm. That is not what it is.
It is an accessory. So it's actually supposed to make the outfit more beautiful instead of hiding it. But then again, remember, if you're wearing Creole wear, you can do different things. So for example, you can wear your foulard just on one shoulder. You can pin the foulard in the center of your back and just let it drop.
What?
No, you
It's
can
Creole
do
wear.
different things
That's
with
interesting.
Creole wear.
So I could take the full and pin it in the back.
Yes, pin it in the
not
center
if,
of your
but
back
not
and
if
just...
you not if it's a national
No.
wear, not if you have the.
If you're
yes,
wearing
okay.
national wear and I see you like that, I will walk up to you, I will pull up the end and I will
Knowing
attach
you,
it to the front
yes.
for you.
Do you sometimes, like you're sitting at probably military parade, what's being presented, and sometimes you see some variations and you're like, no.
Ivona, all the time. All the time. As a matter of fact, some years I am like, okay, I have had it. I am not coming to this thing again because those people will give me high blood pressure. Because of some... Would you imagine, Ivona? I have come to military parade and I have ended up being half dressed because I had to take my petticoat off to give to somebody. I have come to military
It's like we
parade.
didn't have the cat we parked.
Well, I wouldn't give them my panty, Nigel. But I just maybe change how my outfit looked, and because if I don't have a petticoat, then I can't picture my duet. So I have to just let the duet drop and give the person. I have taken off my foulard because somebody forget they were supposed to put on a foulard. I have seen people, and that is one caution I want to send out to the people who are making the Wub duet. Please, I am begging you, do not put zippers in the front. Because a few people have made the error, and for me, I am so embarrassed for them because I realize they don't know better. As women, when we get clothing, most times our zippers are in the back or under the arm. So I do not fault them if they get a dress with a zipper and they put the zipper in the back, no, not in the front. You put the zipper in the front, but then for them the zipper goes in the back, so they put the duet back to front. I understand why they do it. There was a particular person, I could see she was uncomfortable because the front of the duet was choking her. And then she just had all of this cloth that she didn't know what to do at the front. And I went to her and I whispered, and she got up like she was going to the washroom. And when she came back, she was properly dressed. And she came to me and she said, "Thank you. I feel so much more comfortable now." Because I kept wondering, why is this thing choking me?
Yes.
And why I have all that cloth in front?
And she couldn't
Interesting.
swish wash when she
In
was
fact, that
walking.
happened to me. Well, I did not leave the house like that, but that happened to me once. There's an opening at the front, but I'm wondering with yesterday, but no buttons there really. So only that's two at the back. Until I was looking like a back to front mannequin.
But Ivona, the dress I have on only has one clasp up here, one fastening, and the rest of the dress is open down to my navel. But when you put the dress on, you fold the fabric over, and when you tie your waist, it secures everything.
Interesting.
By the way, someone mentioned here you should probably walk with about 2 or 3 extra petticoats during the military parade just in case.
No. I have decided for some people, I am just letting them go wherever they go in, half dressed, because that is how you left home. I am tired of being undressed. There was one particular case where a young woman had lent her duet to somebody and they hadn't brought it back.
and she was supposed to be part of this parade. Alas, it was a Creole day. I had been wearing my outfit for the whole day. But I felt sorry for her and I said, look, you have to be part of this display on stage. If you want, I can take off my clothes, give it to you, because she would have gone on there in her jeans and something, which just wasn't. So she said, yes, please. So the area we were in, I saw 2 little pieces of cloth. So I took one and wrapped around my hips. I took off my petticoat, I gave it to her, then I gave her the dress. I took the other piece and I covered my bra. And so there she is in my clothes, looking and feeling very pretty. Obviously, I am half dressed backstage. So I am thinking that the young lady, once she comes off stage, will do what is necessary. But she comes backstage and she's priming and primping all over the place. And I said, give me my clothes. And she's like, oh, but I feeling pretty in it.
Oh my goodness. Someone is saying, in fact, Noreen is saying, I missed it, man. I missed it. Let me see. Okay. National Day awardees need to be properly attired. It usually kills me to look at them.
Please.
I remember I received an award for DBS Radio Meritorious Service Award a few years ago. And I was dressed in, I did not put on the national wear. And whilst it was very, very, very pretty, you know, some people told me, you know, you should have won the duet or something, you know, that represents.
Either the duet or the jeep. If you are one of those people that feel, oh, a duet too hot, make a jeep. You can wear it off the shoulders if you feel you have pretty skin and you want to be décolleté. No problem.
And I like that. I have to give my example, you know, for us to correct this thing, because I had a very beautiful African, you know, outfit or something like that, but
I
on that particular day, but it doesn't happen again, you know, Delia. That was years ago.
No. I have nothing against African wear. You understand?
But on our national day,
on our national day, let us wear what is ours.
I agree.
The African will wear what is theirs. And we have nothing against celebrating our African ancestry. If you feel that you're so African, make a duet with African fabric. So you're embracing your African whatever, but not in the African style.
Now you look at the time now. I would just go with Delia there. No worry, you have to bring Delia again.
I wanna stop.
Wow.
You know, God willing, you will have me next year around this time with my cat weaver.
Breathe.
Yes.
And I want it on the flyer.
No, I suspect I'm going to have to start making cat weaver panties as of now.
Yes, time to breathe.
So that time to breathe. Free up. So all of the people who are walking about with tights under their skirts, your body needs to breathe.
Yes.
Instead of wearing those nylon tights, make a cat weaver and wear it under your clothes. Some people may feel so insecure that they may still want to wear their panties under the cat weaver. No problem.
Right. Both.
Yes.
but as we wind up though, Delia, in terms of the actual warp duet itself, should it be a particular length so you have enough so you can pitch it?
Well, the fullness needs to come from the back. That is a double panel. So 2 widths. And the art of pitching the duet is something that people need to learn. Because for them, the dress, but they just have plenty cloth. You pinch on the thigh. Okay? Pinch at your thigh and raise. Now, you see in my half slip underneath there because it's not a full duet I have. But you pinch and raise, then you try to dislocate your arm and go all the way to the back, which is where you have the longest piece of the duet. You hold it up and then gather
Gently.
And you should feel the front of the duet rising.
And the
then you
gathering
just
has to be
stop.
gentle, right? Because some people like find it as
Rough.
you know, it's like
Yes,
they're so
they do
rough
it
on
too
this
rough.
thing.
No,
and-
no, but sometimes when I see people doing that and they're like, I asked what happened. The dress have penis in it. Now they're trying to shake it out. Because they don't understand. And when you display in the duet, every movement is significant. You do this to say, I don't just have on a dress now.
Oh, that's why you just have a vary when you have yours.
I have a petticoat under there. You can see my petticoat? Everybody can see I have a black petticoat. I have a petticoat. If your petticoat doesn't have much lace, what you have the dress all the way up there for? For them to see a white shift? So, you lift your petticoat, your dress, so that it reaches just above the border of your first layer of lace.
Boy.
Then, when you are ready to piche, you pick up, dislocate, hold it out, and then gather. And so it should gather front and back. You should feel it rising on the front, and the back of the dress must make an S.
Yes, sir.
There's an add to it. And normally people keep flinging the dress over their arm. I just tuck it in my armpit so that my arms are still free. If I fling it over my hand now, that hand has to stay there. And I cannot do anything with it. When I stick it in my armpit,
You can
My
do
hands
whatever
are
you want
still
to
full.
the other hand.
okay? So, I think you all have had more than enough of me for today.
No. Dile, I could just turn. If you want last me more. Nigel lay down me, I would just turn.
I dare him to sleep while I talking.
My
No, I would not do that.
Dile, you're really, you're just genuine. You're just good.
I would not do that.
I just
Seriously.
love being Dominican. I just love being Dominican. As a matter of fact, being out of Dominica around this time of the year is like a heartbreak for me. I think I can count on one hand the number of times I've been out of Dominica around this time.
Hey, but Delia taught me at school and Nigel taught me at school. My two former teachers were just on a holiday.
One,
Two former teachers were at the Dominica Grammar
Mr.
School.
Annie, you want kid you got to cat we back.
Nigel, I think I'm going to make a katubiba for you.
I know, make one for him.
Yes, let me breathe.
But we
Yeah,
have to
man.
end. We really have to end. I wish we could just continue. And we have to talk about this more. And it doesn't have to be around Independence time. We can
No,
talk
because
about these
Ivona,
things
if you
year-round.
know me, I wear my duets and my jeeps all year round.
yeah.
I tell them I am a Dominican 365 days a year. To the point that when I go to church in ordinary church clothes, people laugh at me.
But Dile, you have a vary with you when you have your
But you have to. You have to
I
mash it
saw
out.
Dile.
I can't
and
help
whose funeral
it.
it was now, and you were just dancing to the cemetery.
Oh,
Not
that
too long
was
ago.
maybe Alwyn Bully's
Yes,
funeral.
yes. And Delia, you could not tell her anything, because Delia.
I don't listen. Ivana, when I put on my duet, I don't need company.
Yes, we,
As a matter of
Delia's her
fact,
own show.
As a matter of fact, clear the road
Hip,
for the
Mr.
lady of Stavoro.
Okay, Mr. Wicks, no company when she have a up do it.
Clear the road. Give
Lady
me
of
room. Let me
Bamuele.
strut my
Bamuele.
stuff. Bamuele pour passi.
Delia Coffee Weeks, thank you so much
Thank you,
for
thank
joining
you.
us on
You're
the program.
so welcome.
This is a Dominican who should be, held in so much high esteem, just recognized to the highest level, because Delia has and continues to do that. It's not just now, it's not now. Delia has been doing that from so long. And you come from a family, that is very rooted in culture. Ransom Coffee, your brother who used to work at DBS Radio, culture is in his DNA as well.
Oh yes.
Delia, let me thank you for this.
You're most welcome.
Wow, Nigel, I enjoyed this.
I sure did. It kept me up.
Hey,
you know?
cat we bomb.
Yes.
Cool talk. All the best. Take care.
Okay, take care. Bye bye.
Next week again, God willing.